Richard's mother interrupts Conchita as she gets up to visit her daughter, reprimanding her for making the infant so reliant on her. Conchita lashes out as a result, pointing out that Richard would have detested the ceremony because it was being conducted at his alma mater, a place he personally disliked. Jinny chases after Conchita as she exits, attempting to ascertain whether Conchita is upset with her because her husband killed Richard. In a harsh response to her insensitivity, Conchita notes that she does hold her accountable, not for Richard's passing, but rather for the way she was treated afterward over how she ought to act as a widow. Honoria also helps to calm Conchita's heart by giving her the letter Richard wrote to his sister when he was still in New York and had just met the woman he would marry. Reading the words of her late husband about how much he loved and adored her makes her heart melt, and she starts crying for the first time in weeks. Conchita also encourages her sister-in-law to stop worrying about her mother and live her own life, which is what Richard would have wanted. This gives Honoria the confidence to inform her mother that she is going to France. The daughter approaches Mabel, who is seated there with Conchita, Lizzie, and Jinny, and gives her a kiss after her mother dismisses her, saying that Honoria has never surprised her. Undoubtedly, everyone is taken aback, particularly Honoria's mother, who realizes that she may not have truly known her daughter. In the meantime, Blanche goes back to Tintagel to reconcile with her son. He initially snaps at her for keeping him in a toxic marriage and preventing him from spending time with Lizzie, whom he loves. She responds that she was loyal to her kid, who meant more to her than anything else, when he questions why she didn't visit Reed after her husband passed away. The mother and son eventually mend their differences when this breaks down the wall between them. Patty's divorce battle causes serious arguments. Nan is dealing with her own maternal problems while Theo reconciles with his mother. She travels to New York for the divorce process, where her mother, Patty, must provide evidence of her father, Tracy, having extramarital affairs in order to obtain the divorce. Regretfully, Tracy has no intention of making Patty's situation any simpler. His lawyer begins by character assassinating Patty, asking her why she stayed for so long if she was aware of Tracy's escapades. Why did she start a sexual relationship with her husband while she knew he was having affairs? The two ladies who had come forward to testify for Patty and discuss their affair with Tracy are scared off by this line of inquiry. Nan chooses to testify after they leave, but the attorney does not spare her either. When she discloses that she is the illegitimate daughter of her father, she is questioned about how she knows this and, if she does, how anyone can be certain that she is Tracy's daughter at all. Nan's main thought as she sees her mother's case unravel is that her birth mother ought to come forward and testify. After the wedding, Nan had a sneaking suspicion that Nell was her biological mother, even though they haven't talked about it much. Nell is currently many months pregnant and married to a man named Arthur. Not that Nell didn't consider assisting her sister, but Patty suggests that she put her own needs ahead of the lawyer's rude inquiries. Her top priorities should be her impending baby and her recent marriage. However, Nan is unaware that the sisters had this discussion. She gently encourages this notion at first, but when Patty rejects it, Nan confronts Nell about the reality. Although Nell acknowledges that she is her biological mother, she is unable to testify because her husband is unaware of it and the revelation could cause her marriage to fail. When Nan accuses her of being self-centered, Nell snaps at her for being pampered, unsophisticated, and unaware of the struggles she has faced. She does, however, care about her sister, so that evening she makes the decision to tell her husband everything. She is prepared to testify the following morning, and it goes beyond what she says. She presents letters and receipts that unequivocally demonstrate Tracy's infidelity. This results in Patty's liberation and the divorce being granted. Other women's responses demonstrate that she has won it for all the women stuck in horrible men's marriages, not just for herself. They can escape it just as easily as Patty can. On the same day, Nan learns two shocking secrets. Conchita is in London mourning Richard, so Nan makes the decision to travel alone to New York since she thinks her friend needs more help right now. She is pleasantly surprised to find Guy there, even though the other girls don't go with her. Just after Nan's testimony has devastated her and increased her hatred for her father, he unexpectedly appears at the courthouse. Guy provides her with much-needed relief. Even though he didn't have to be there, she values his presence as they stroll around the town and catch up on things. After the case is won, Nan and Guy go back to England with Patty, who is thrilled to see her grandson at last. When Nan returns home, she asks how Conchita is doing and is relieved to hear that she is doing much better. She sees the red earring on the table before she has a chance to discuss everything that happened in New York and catch up on all the drama that took place while she was away. When she questions Mabel about it, she learns that the earring belongs to Lizzie, who has been searching for the other half of it for a while. She had found the other part of it at her home after returning from Italy.